Hello, welcome to a new reading vlog. I feel very good because I'm finally now all caught up on my Goodreads goal. I'm actually one book ahead so far, so I thought it would be a perfect time to read some of my most anticipated books of this year. I've got 3 of them here with me. A little bit of a disclaimer, I don't typically keep up with new releases. I usually have like a loose list, but I don't frequently look back at it. I just have like a loose idea. I see people posting about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was gonna be out. So I just have one of those that I like actually kept up with and knew that it was coming out in July. I don't know anything about it. These are 3 new releases by authors from which I have enjoyed previous books. That's why I'm calling them anticipated, because I've liked their books before, so why wouldn't I enjoy these? The book that I'm going to be taking with me today is The Boyfriend Candidate by Ashley Winstead. This is a new romance. I think this is the sister novel to Fool Me Once, following the main character's sister. I think I've given like 5 stars to almost everything that I've read by them so far, if not 4.5 stars. I really liked In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and that's where it all started. Next up is my most anticipated book of the year, my only one, and that's Riley Sager's The Only One Left. I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. She's hardcover. I had it on hold for me. It matches my outfit. I don't know anything about it because I will want to go into a little bit blindly. His books so far, like the last 2 years or so, have not been judged very well by me, so hopefully this is going to be a good one. And my last one that I bought a few months back with a bookish date with my friend is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I really enjoyed The House in the Cerulean Sea. I had no idea that this one was coming out until I saw it at the bookstore and was like, my, don't you look cute and very similar? I think this will be a sweet little time as well. As I said, this is going to be the book that I'm taking with me. From what I understand, it's going to be a little bit of a political romance. So Alexis is a school librarian. She gets dumped and she needs a change, and there she finds a gorgeous foul-mouthed stranger, Logan, who she meets at the hotel bar, and lo and behold, he turns out to be the next hotshot candidate challenging the Texas governor's seat. I do enjoy political fiction. That actually was my major in school. I studied politics. Hopefully this is going to be a cute old time. The previous romance that I read recently I thoroughly enjoyed, so I'm hoping this could be close to that. Boyfriend Candidate has been going quite well. I'm like 30% of the way through. Logan's really cute. I saw some reviews being like he's really arrogant and I don't like him. I think it's too soon to tell. He is, after all, a politician, but so far I don't have any qualms with him. But I really do relate to Alexis a lot. This is also a fake dating romance, so I'm interested to see how that's going to go, since their relationship from the start is in the public eye. I really like her. She's like an aspiring librarian. She really likes to read. She's very shy. With this fake dating romance, or whatever it is that this attraction that she had with Logan, she wanted to turn a new page in her life and be more adventurous. Hello. I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that I have COVID. It's my first time. I've been vaxxed 4 times, but recently I stopped wearing my mask on the train and I only wear it at work. But maybe that's the problem, like having worn the mask all the time. Suddenly I'm being exposed to a lot more germs and bacteria again. But the good news is that I can stay home and read. I low-key didn't really want to miss work because I'm already gonna be taking vacation in like 2 weeks. I didn't get to read at all on Wednesday, and I only read a little bit on Thursday, so I do really want to hunker down and finish The Boyfriend Candidate. Honestly, I've been reading it for a little bit too long. I would also like to obviously get to the other books on my TBR for this video, but now because I haven't been reading, I'm like a book behind on Goodreads again, which is fine. Like, I'll read manga. I have the whole day to read. I do have a little bit of a fever though, so I would like to also sleep if possible. I'm gonna just sit in bed and read. I have taken a pain reliever because I have body aches, I have a cough. My nose is a little bit stuffy, but I was able to eat like lunch and everything. Basically, I'm just quarantined in my room and we're gonna read. It's gonna be a good time. It's perfect because my laptop needed to charge, so I can just leave it on my desk, and let's finish The Boyfriend Candidate. I took like a 2-hour nap, but I sat down and finally finished The Boyfriend Candidate by Ashley Winstead. I'm not quite sure of my rating. It could be 4, it could be 4.5. Although I might have liked Shipped more, which I gave 4.5, so this could be like 4.25. I really did like this love story, and I really did like Logan, and my enjoyment of this comes from relating so much to Alexis. I did cry a little bit. Towards the end, she was talking to her mom about her father. Her mom was telling her like how much love he had for her and for her sister Lee, and she like didn't know that. She had this complicated relationship with her father. He cheated, her parents divorced, and then to her it felt like wasn't really in their lives, and he always favored her older sister compared to her. But then he died suddenly in a car crash and really like didn't know what to do with her grief. Made me miss my dad a lot, and didn't have as complicated of a relationship with my dad, but still just like listening to one parent talk about how much the other parent really loved their child really got to me. So really did enjoy this. I don't know if I'll start the other book right away. I don't know which one to start either, but I gotta blow my fucking nose. This is the situation. Cold patch, mask, ice pack, cause my fever's up. So much for more reading. Last night I slept for like 12 hours. I have lunch though. My fever has gone down. I still have a little bit of a fever, still coughing a lot, stuffy nose, but I have an appetite now. Definitely less body aches because my fever's down. So I'm feeling hopeful. Still can't go into work, but I'm hoping that it'll just keep going like this and then I'll be better tomorrow also. Yesterday, as the day went on, my fever kept going up. I haven't gone to read at all because I just didn't have like the energy to hold a book. I just laid in bed and then slept like a lot. I napped throughout the day yesterday. And I'm hoping that while I still have my energy up, though I might still nap after lunch, I'll start reading In the Lives of Puppets. Since I've just been lying in bed the past few days, I tried to stretch. I used to dance growing up, so I did like the go-to stretch for that, but I haven't stretched in so long. I'm so stiff that it didn't feel good. So I did a yoga sequence with Yoga with Bird for stiff bodies, and I feel so much better, even though it's just a 10-minute sequence. I did read The Lives of Puppets. I read about 50 pages of this. Already the vibes are very much TJ Klune, very cute. So this is a retelling of Pinocchio, which I didn't know. It is following a robot father, a humanoid father. There is a little Rambo, a vacuum. I assume he's like a Roomba, a nurse machine, Nurse Ratchet, and then a real human named Victor. They are this sort of weird little family, so they pick out like machine parts from the scrapyard, and one day they find scraps that are too new, ones that have been newly decommissioned, and they're a little bit scared. And it turns out that in Gio's former life, Gio, the father, his old lab is like recalling all of the robots that they've made, so they have to try to save Gio or whatever. But it's so cute, the vibes already. I explained that really terribly, but it's already just so cozy. TJ Klune's books are always, oh my god, it's so hot. TJ Klune's books are always just fitting the vibe of like cozy autumn day. It's so cute so far. Love it. I just sat down to like read. I have my pillow set up next to my window here, and I get a text from Coda being like, hey, come look outside. It literally felt like one of those 90s, 2000s romance movies, teen movies, Romeo and Juliet. And he was out there holding a bouquet of flowers. He brought me passion fruit slush with nata jelly and 4 shoe creams from Baird Papa. So I'm in such a good mood. We stayed distance, and he's had COVID before, but stayed distance. I kept my mask on, and I just feel so, my heart feels so happy. I also like haven't been interacting with anybody these past 2 days, which I'm an introvert, so that's fine, but it felt really nice to see my man. I felt so loved. It was really thoughtful. I haven't read much today. I'm still on like page 80, but Rambo is my favorite so far. I think that the LGBTQ plus representation is that Victor is ace. Nurse Ratchet has like taught him all about that, and she said like that's okay, you know, it's a normal thing. She's very blunt, so she's not very like emotionally helpful, but she's like there to tell him like what you are is okay. He's never met another human being. He's never had like a crush or anything. Like he doesn't have any like media forms that he's like exposed to. I'm sure that's going to be explored since this is going to be like 400 plus pages, but so far I think Rambo is like such a sweetheart. I'm imagining him as this like little tiny thing. Literally, I had to film this because the line I just read was, "I don't know how to revenge. I tried once, but then I saw dirt and I had to clean it up." I love him. I love him. This sweet little cleaning machine. I love him. I fear everything. Bandits, bugs, bananas, at least most of them. Hair is not great, but it's a new day. I'm going back to work today. Not too excited, but I also like didn't want to miss more work. I did read a bunch of Lives of Puppets. I read like 100 pages last night, so I'd say I'm about a little over a third of the way through. Things are getting scary now, so we're getting towards like the actual plot of the story of Geo being discovered by his like creators or whatever, and they've come to take him away. Now Geo is really smart. He's been like living in this forest. We've been out there for a long time, so he actually made these safeguards to protect his family. Victor is obviously in shock. No one knew this was going to happen. Geo was the only one. He kept it a secret. The plan is to rescue Geo. Now I have no idea how they plan on doing that. I'm sure they have no idea how they're going to plan on doing that. They want to save him before his memory is taken away and he's a complete blank slate again. I am so not looking forward to going back to work. Like I don't want to miss work anymore, but I'm also like so depleted of energy. But I feel like no matter how many days off I take, a first step is always gonna really suck anyway. I have lost my sense of smell and taste, so this sucks. My friend sent me a TikTok of someone like me getting COVID for the first time in 2023 and like how they no longer have the complex of being like, I never got it before. I'm feeling fine. The coughing still sucks and it's annoying. So when I'm at work, I will like take a Dayquil so I don't like literally disturb or like disgust anyone. More importantly, I'm almost 60% of the way through with this and I'm really liking it. I haven't watched Pinocchio in a long time and I haven't watched the adaptation. I wonder if it's out on Disney Plus yet. They've met already the coachman. The coachman's also helping them to like piece together what the world looks like now because he's the first person that they've met that isn't within their little family. So they're getting to learn how machines are running the world now, where humans are and stuff like that, and where possibly they might be able to find Geo. Now, because of that first part of the coachman and that tying back to Pinocchio, obviously, I'm curious to see how everything else is going to play out and how that's going to tie all together. But so far, so good. I'm still really enjoying this. Today is also the day that I'm going to see Barbie with my friends, and it's funny because I'm wearing like this with black shorts, so it's my Oppenheimer fit before I change in to go see Barbie. And I'm off to see Barbie for today. This is my Barbie fit. Hi. I have finally finished In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I think I definitely liked the beginning of this book for sure. That was like 4 stars for me. And then once we started getting towards this band, this little misfit family heading into the city of electric dreams, things started changing for me. The ending is really cute and it's very cozy, but I feel like the way that it got there, it just lost me a little bit. Obviously the stakes were going to be really high because Geo played a really big role in creating this world of machines once he became like an outlaw, and they needed to find him and decommission him because as someone of power or as someone really helpful in creating the machines, they either wanted him back or just couldn't have him with a mind of his own, basically. I think this book also like kind of had the same message of Barbie for me, which I just recently saw, of like what it means to be human, almost like your purpose in life. And I know that Victor being the only human one, that's kind of weird, but I feel like learning about emotions, like especially for Hap, and Geo discovering what that's like and how you can live a completely different life because of all of those things, was a nice message. This definitely wasn't my favorite TJ Klune, but I think the beginning does provide a lot of the cozy vibes, so I think for me I'm going to be giving this 3.5 stars. I've actually been reading The Only One Left for a few days days now. I just have not had time to vlog or update, and I look horrid. BRB. Clearly, I just woke up. Hi, future me popping in to tell you the synopsis about this book because I wanted to go into it without knowing anything. So this is a gothic story about a haunted house. Kit McDear has been hired to be the in-house caretaker for Lenora Hope, who, rumor has it, murdered her entire family. Kit is going to be her caretaker, but Lenora wants to tell her the real story of what happened. Everything is a little bit eerie. The previous caretaker went missing under suspicious circumstances. It sounds like someone is creeping around the house late at night, and the house, of course, is on a cliff, and it's just a little bit slanted. Lenora keeps insisting that she's not the one who did it, and that's why she wants to tell Kit what happened, but then again, she is the only surviving member of her family. Future me has told you already, I don't know what this book is about at all, so it's going really great because I have no idea what's going to happen because I have not looked at this blurb. I didn't even know the main character's name until like maybe 20 pages in. It's very atmospheric, it's creepy. I feel like I'm at a point where things are starting to happen, so I'm maybe like 40% of the way through. Things are happening. It's getting more creepy. There's more of a mystery. It's starting to develop, but also now you have no idea what's happening, and it's going great so far. I've been reading this book for like a really long time, but I did get to the twist, and the twist is really good. I think not reading the synopsis really helped. Sometimes I like to figure out what the twist is going to be, but because I didn't know what this book was about, I couldn't, obviously. So the surprise was really good. The train was very crowded when it happened, but I still internally was like jaw-dropped. So now I'm like coming towards the end. I'm not really sure what Kit is going to plan to do with this information. I still have like a little bit left, and I do want to finish this tonight before I go to sleep. I'm not really sure what the direction is going to be. I hope it doesn't let me down. I'm here to wrap up the vlog because I finally was able to finish the only one left last night. The twist in the middle, like I said, was a really good one. The twist at the ending, though, the way that this wrapped up was not really for me. I felt like Riley Sager was trying a little bit too hard to wrap things up a little bit too cleanly. But I will say that with my final rating being 3.5 stars, I definitely did enjoy this a lot more than his last two novels. Knowing nothing about the book might actually be the way to go, and with avoiding other people's reviews about this, I could form my own opinions, and I didn't really have any expectations for it because I didn't know what it was about. It was also cool having the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition and being able to read the interview that he did with his editor and seeing like a little bit into his process and a little bit, like I showed you, the plot of his next book. He was taking inspiration from Lizzie Borden and Gothic stories, which I thought was really cool. Gothic isn't really something that I read. Enjoying this one gives me hope. Overall, I think this turned out pretty well because with these two being 3.5 stars, which isn't bad at all, and The Perfect Candidate by Ashley Winstead, that being 4.25 stars, I would say this was really successful, and the anticipated reads that I had turned out to be not so bad. Definitely enjoyed my time with this. I hope that you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.